Everybody asked me, "Hey, Miguel, can you teach us how to make good web pages?" No fucking clue, amigo. First of all, my name is not Miguel. I am Luis. And second, I have no idea how to make web pages, for real. But I can show you really crazy places to take amazing photos in this country. Vámonos! Hakuna Matata. I'm an English-speaking guide in Bolivia, which is located in the center of South America. Of course, we don't have ocean, we don't have access to ocean, but besides that, we have everything you can imagine. Landscape is amazing here. Culture is absolutely astonishing. Many countries around us are copying our culture and presenting as their own. I'm gonna begin with the Salt Flats because it's the place where I am currently living. So I'm gonna show you beautiful places. Whenever you have time to come here, you will take probably a trip, 1-day trip, 2 days, 3 days, probably more days. And if you want to go with me, just send me any message, anytime, whenever I have internet connection, I will answer you. I will leave all the description and all the numbers under in the box. Yeah. The first place that I'm gonna show you is the easiest one. It's called the train cemetery. This train cemetery is very close from the center of Uyuni town. It's approximately 5 to 8 kilometers away. You can go walking. This tiny big bend is the center of Uyuni. It's right in front of this building. And the train cemetery is in that direction. There are some, we call them minivan. They charge like 2 bolivianos. They take you from the center and you end up in very close actually to the train cemetery. You will find many abandoned trains and you need a little bit of creativity. You have to use your imagination, and if you are a couple of friends or 2 or 3 or more, it's even better because you can practice something called light painting. Depending the time when you come, you can have either the Milky Way with you or not. In this season, which is right now December, in the year of our Lord of 2024, is December the 12th, I'm filming this. Recommendations. Number 1, if you come during rainy season, which is in theory from November to April, in theory, okay? Just in case, go with rubber boots because the place is not paved. You will find a lot of mud. Number 2, even if it's warm during daytime and it can be extremely hot, go with something warm because during nighttime can get really cold. Even in summertime, we get like -20 in some nights. So be careful with that. Number 3, there are some dogs living there. They are wild dogs. If you see some of them, stay away from them because they are very aggressive, especially during nighttime. And it's not only one, you will find like 10 or probably more. And if one of them is aggressive to you, the rest of them will follow him and you are fucked up. So if you see a dog during nighttime, don't get close to those dogs. During daylight, it's okay, they are very friendly, they actually like tourists because many of them they go, and from time to time they give them some food, so they are okay. But nighttime is completely different, okay? Hola. You see, these are the type of dogs I'm talking about. Friendly until some point, okay? Choo-choo. Tip number 3, charge your batteries. During nighttime, it's very cold. And actually, the batteries don't last long. So get extra batteries. Number 2, flashlights or light, any type of light, even from your phone, it works. Number 3, take some models. Take somebody else to go with because photographing only the train is nice, but when you put someone close to the train, it's even more interesting, the photo. Of course, get a tripod. Tripod is very helpful. Just take a good tripod. If you can go with one of these cameras, which is a DSLR, try to take wide angle lens. And probably the most important tip is go with a plan. Of course, these shots that you see here are taken during sunset or a little bit before sunset. That's why it's empty. If you take a normal trip, the first stop will be this train cemetery, and it's going to be very crowded because all the agencies here do exactly the same. Well, probably not all, but more than 90%, they do exactly the same. They stop in the same places at the same time. They have lunch in the same areas and so on. So you will see many tourists if you take a normal trip. If you go early in the morning, like for sunrise, for example, amazing. You will find completely empty, and also for sunset. Many people just go until 3 or 4 p.m. After 5 gets a bit cold and people start leaving, you know? Good. Let's go with the footage.
Alright, here in Lightroom I'm going to show you some photos I took in 2023. I wanted to show you more recent footage, 2 or 3 weeks ago. It is December 2024. Unfortunately, there are only 2 types of discs. The first ones are the ones that they fail, and the second ones are the ones that will fail. So always have more than one place storage your photos. Right, being said this, these photos you can see is the raw image. Is not edited, is as it came from the camera, and check is 24 megabytes. Alright, you may realize the focal length and aperture is not visible. That's because I used a fixed lens, and it's a very old lens, 14 millimeters. The aperture, I think it was 2.8, I am not quite sure. Anyway, ISO, as you can see, I didn't go very high with ISO. That's because in some cases you don't have to go quite high with ISO. We will see that in future videos. It was captured on May 2023 at 6:50 p.m. In the Southern Hemisphere, it's winter time in that month. That's why it gets dark very early. As you can see, I went crazy here because I was just testing the lights. I started painting this part down here, and then I put other color and then other color, and I was just going, crazy. Then I put these kind of things. I said, okay, I want this train to be like going, and it didn't work very well. Then I put a lot of light here, like green light, because I thought the green light wouldn't be visible. Then I tried to paint because there's a graffiti here. I tried to paint the graffiti, but anyway, the light was visible to the lens, and that's why we have this line. Then I made these ones and these ones. As I said, it took like 1,455 seconds, which is like 20 something minutes. Yeah, as it was the first one, or one of the first ones, because you have to take like not only one photo, you take like 2, 3, 4, sometimes more than 5 photos of the same subject, because you have to move something. Alright, this other photo was taken 2 days later. I was thinking about, okay, it was too much what I painted, because at that time you don't see clear. You have to put in your computer, and then you can see very clear what things you are doing good or not. This other one is very big as well, 21 megabytes. Is the raw image, as you can see, very big. Same thing, a lot of time. And here I was like more calm, and I said, okay, I painted too much the other ones, so I started painting only 2 colors, like this blue. It was relatively easy, but I think I fell down around here because there was a rock or something. Fortunately, I didn't hurt myself, and it was completely dark. It was hard to climb to this part, even though it looks easy, but it was hard, and going inside this hole was even harder. Then I went back, painted this part, and when I came up here to do this stuff, I realized that I spend most of the time painting this area because it's dark, you don't see anything, and if you turn on the lights to see, that will be recorded in the photo. That's why I have to do it very carefully and paint slowly moving this way. I like this photo, and this is the last one. This is the one I like most because I was already testing the other days, right? So 2 days before. So this was taken on May 2023. So since then I've been taking other type of photos like this. and the result is, well, I like those results. In post-production, I can do something like this. Yeah, you see it's a little bit touched because the original is like this, very dark. When you touch a little bit, it's like this, and then you can put this on Photoshop and make this part even better. Crop a little bit and so. Same technique, painting the downside first because it's the easiest part, then the middle side, which is relatively easy, and then you go from behind and try to paint all of this area. That is very dangerous. Be always very careful when you try to do this. As I said, go with someone else because painting only one person doing everything, it's very, well, it takes a long time. Check, because I already practiced the other 2 days. This one was faster, 806 seconds. Well, that's it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Bye 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 bye.